James Upton for Pro Boxing fans. Delighted to join on the Zoom tape with Dean Dodge. Dean, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Thanks for having me on as well.
No worries at all. Let's start off with, you've been talking about an Archie Sharp fight. I believe a contract was sent to yourself according to your Twitter page. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, well, Archie Sharp's matchmaker, his team, got hold of my manager and asked me if I wanted to fight. I literally put the phone down and rang my manager, John Pegg, up straight away and said, yeah, I want to fight. So just waiting for them to get back to us. I hadn't heard nothing back since that last phone call. About 2-3 weeks ago.
What could an Archie Sharp fight with yourself do for you in your career?
Oh, it's massive. You know what I mean? It just changed my whole career around. It get me out there because I don't think a lot of people in boxing even know who I am at the moment. So that fight would definitely get my name out there, and winning that fight as well would just change my whole career.
How much of a risk are you for Archie? Obviously, Archie's ranked number 3 in the world at WBO.
Yeah.
Yourself, he was on the cusp of a Southern Area title fight. You know, how much of a risk are you to him?
Oh, I'm a big risk. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't know about me, so I'm a very big risk. There's not a lot out there on me. There's not many videos. I don't think there's any fight footage of me out there, so I'm a big risk. I seen he give that Leon Woodstock, give him a good hard fight, and I think I'm levels above that Leon Woodstock as well. So I think I'll give him a very good fight, and I think I'll beat him.
Why is it you feel that you're in a position you are now, yet you feel you're better than the Leon Woodstocks, and you feel like you could face the Archie Sharps? Is it down to the fact they've got big promoters?
Sorry, what was that?
Is it down to the fact they've got big promoters? Is that why they're in a position they are now and you're not?
Yeah, definitely. They've got the backing. You know what I mean? They've had the backing. I've never had that. You know what I mean? I've had to do it all off my own back, sort of thing. Still fighting on these small hall shows, so I'm just staying fit, staying ready, and hopefully, you know what I mean, I'll get that opportunity.
Let's talk a little bit about your background. How did you start boxing, and why did you start boxing?
I started when I was about 11 years old. My old football coach just told me to go down there for some extra fitness, and I went down there and I just loved it ever since. So it's been sticking at that.
Now, I read a article on yourself earlier today. You went through a few stages in your life that are harder than most parts in life. So you had a bit of homelessness.
Yeah.
Talk about that. How did that come about, and how did you get through that?
It was just one of them things. I lost my job. I was putting all my money into boxing, really, just chasing the dream. I failed my brain scan as well when I first went to go pro, and it just all went sort of just tits up. Just one thing after another just kept going wrong, and just you know what I mean. And then obviously couldn't financially afford to live where I was living, and I was homeless for a bit.
So you had to overcome the homelessness. Also, you mentioned there you was having trouble with your brain scans just as you're turning pro.
Yeah.
What was it that kept driving you to continue to pursue the dream?
I don't know, just something about me is just a weird thing, just the fire. I've always wanted to be a professional fighter. I knew there was nothing wrong with my brain scans, so I contested it, and being a stubborn bastard I am, and got the okay.
And from then, obviously, when you got that sorted out and turned pro to now, how proud are you that you have overcome these hurdles?
Oh, loads. You know what I mean? I've all these circumstances I've overcame, all the adversity is made me who I am today. You know what I mean? Like all the troubles from when I was younger to now, it just made me into a real solid fighter. I think that I give any of these boys, these top level boys, a run for their money.
You briefly mentioned there you had a few troubles when you were younger. Do you mind going into that at all?
Just you know what I mean, just a little bit bullying and that, just getting into trouble a little bit and stuff. But just counter kid stuff. You know what I mean? All the kids are like this on the estate and stuff. Just like a little bit challenging upbringing.
Do you feel with all these hurdles that you have jumped over and all these obstacles that have been in your way so far, do you feel that puts you in good stead going ahead in the future?
Yeah, I just honestly believe like this is like my destiny. Like I just like all these things. Like I think like there's something like a hierarchy, like something like not saying like God or anything like that, but like something higher has like put these things in front of me for me to jump and then jump to prove if I can jump them. And then you know what I mean. Then now I have jumped, and now I just feel like that I'm ready for anything.
And obviously, we've spoken about Archie, briefly mentioned Leon there. You said about the guys who are at the domestic level, also in there,
Yeah,
Sam Bowen, his Alpha Barretts. So
yeah,
with these guys, obviously, they're probably the four main ones around the British domestic level. Um, what are your thoughts on those guys, and
yeah.
what do you think you can exploit in those guys?
They're all great fighters. Every single one of them are great fighters. They've all got different abilities, all different styles now. But I honestly think that I'll give any one of them a run for their money. And I know when my style's exciting, it'd be a good fight. Every fight I've been has been a very good fight.
Also, I want to touch. You mentioned about you feel like it's your destiny to box
Yeah,
after overcoming everything that you have overcome so far. As I mentioned earlier, you was looking at a Southern Area title shot started this year. Obviously, with the
yeah,
lockdown, that's been put on hold, but now being offered a Archie Sharp fight. Again, do you feel that it's your destiny coming into play again?
yeah, definitely. Like I just keep like visualizing it all the time. Like when I'm working out, when I'm going for my walks, when I'm going for my runs, and I keep visualizing these situations happening, and they're gonna happen. My coach keeps telling me, keep sticking at it, because obviously, like, I mean, like I've wanted to quit like a few times because boxing's just been a proper struggle. Like the money's crap, you know what I mean? But I'm obviously not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for the titles and for the opportunities. But yeah, there's been plenty of times where I wanted to walk away, and he's kept, like my coach Dean Lewis has kept me going. He said, "Look, kids, keep growing, grinding out. Something's gonna happen. It's gonna happen." And obviously, getting that call with the Archie Sharp fight, it just made me just, you know what I mean? I just wanted it so bad.
You said about things like law of attraction and visualization. Is that something that you sort of plant in yourself? You plant that seed in your head, and you will
Yeah.
look through that every day.
Oh yeah, I'm a real believer of that. You know what I mean? Like these situations which I've overcome is because of the law of attraction. Because I've said to myself, I was going to get over that brain scan. I got over it. I was going to, you know what I mean? I was going to get these opportunities, and now they're coming. Just everything you believe will happen if you work hard for it as well.
Um, if you do get the Archie Sharp fight, win, lose, or
Yeah.
draw, put in a good performance, does that take you past the Southern Area title level?
Oh yeah, 100%. It does. I wanted the I think I tweeted tweeted for the English title. I know that was vacant. I wanted that. Liam Dillon was fighting for it. I said I wanted that. I'd fight him in his backyard. Heard nothing back from no one, so that got ducked as well. But yeah, I'm ready for anything where the opportunity is big. I want, you know what I mean. I don't want to be like big ego boosting myself and fighting 10, 15 journeymen. I don't want that. I want to be fighting the big boys.
How important is it for you for your progression at this stage to, like I say, not be fighting the journeyman and to be getting the title fights and your Liam Dillons, your Yusuf Kamaris, and up to your Archie Sharps?
Mm. Oh, it's really important. Like my career, I haven't really fought. I fought some journeymen. Obviously, you need to learn the trade, but I had to step up in my fifth fight. Nathan Kirk, I knocked them out. And then I had Lee Conley stopped them. You know what I mean? Like these lads are like good level, like good level lads who are giving you a test, and I'm taking them out each time.
Let's talk about your last fight as well, Sean Davis. His record's quite deceiving. You know, he's probably better than his record suggested. He's a good fighter. What was that like getting into that? Obviously, looking at your box rec, for me, he was a big step up for you as well.
Yeah. I dealt with it quite comfortably. I thought it was a good fight. It was a good learning fight. In the second round, God, my throat. In the second round, I think I broke my hand. So that came into play with it. And then Sean Davis said to me afterwards, he said, "You're one of the strongest kids I've been with." So to hear that from him was like really good to hear.
So talk to me. You say you broke your hand in the second round.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
showed hard to go through that. What's it like to fight with injury?
That's the first injury I've had in a proper fight. You know what I mean? And it was horrible. I knew I'd done it after the second round. You just know when you've done something like that. And I just used my boxing brain then. Just started using the jab. Just started using the left hand, but it was pretty much just using my left hand for the whole fight.
And you say that Sean, paid you a compliment by saying he was one of the toughest, strongest kids he's fought. As I mentioned, his record's very deceiving. He's fought some good names. How much of a confidence booster was that for you?
Oh, that gave me a world of confidence. When he said that to me, I was like obviously over the moon.
Absolutely. Now, in terms of, obviously, because people see things who aren't involved in sport and they don't really know what goes on behind the scenes sort of thing. So as you've mentioned already, you had a phone call from the matchmaker. So I'm assuming that is on the basis that's without them speaking to Archie. Will they contact just yourself, or will they contact a list of names? Do you know what happens there?
Well, I've heard that they've contacted I've heard that they've contacted a few names, and I just assume they're just gonna pick whichever one they want, whichever one they think's the easiest road or whatever, which makes the best fight. I'm not really sure about that, but I do know that they have contacted a few other people, not just myself. So it's just the waiting game. I guess they just might get someone in last minute and then just try hope that they're not ready, and that's where I'm going to stay ready. So if I do get a phone call, then I'm ready to go.
Obviously, you want the fight because it's a big fight for yourself, at this stage in your career. But away from that, obviously, being in lockdown, we've had no fight for so long, and it's small ball scene. It doesn't seem like it's going to be coming back until September, potentially even maybe next year. Some people are saying. How important is it for you to get out and have a fight as well, not just of that magnitude?
It's really important because it's just this whole situation is just it's daunting. But I've been training every day since in lockdown. Set up a bag in my garden. I've been riding my bike, running every day. So I've been literally training every day. So I was waiting for them big calls. You know what I mean? From the big shows. Obviously, the small hall shows is going to be a wait. I don't think that's going to be happening this year. So obviously the money and the backing of them big shows, that's what I want to get on so I can keep active.
You mentioned you put a bag up in the garden, you've been doing your road work, your cycling. In terms of sparring, no one's allowed to spar at the minute. How important is sparring in preparation?
Sparring's important, but it's definitely important because it keeps you sharp. But I've been fighting my whole life, you know what I mean? So if I didn't have to have it, I wouldn't, you know what I mean? It wouldn't be an issue.
So I was going to ask you, would you be happy to go and say if you did get the call for the Archie Sharp fight and that was done, would you be happy to go in there without any sparring?
100%. I'm a fighting man, so it's been through my blood since the age of 11 years old, so I'm not scared of anyone.
Fantastic. And very finally, before I let you go, Dean, if you don't get the Archie Sharp fight, what are your hopes for the rest of this year and next year?
Obviously this year I just want to get on a big show, you know what I mean? Fight one of the best kids out there, get my name out there. I want people to see me. I want them to be excited to see me. Obviously if this doesn't happen this year, we just have to get back on the home shows, sell the tickets, and work my way at the rankings, and hopefully get Southern area English, anything, just, you know what I mean, just anything that I can get my hands on. But yeah, that's next year, definitely win some sort of title. This year, if I do get the opportunity to fight for a title, win that is the goal.
Absolutely. Dean, we wish you all the best and hopefully get to see you out soon and hopefully get a sharp fight. But thank you for joining us, Boxing fans.
Thank you very much. Sorry about the cough as well.
No, that's all right. No worries at all.